pair of underwear. Creepy pair of underwear. Words, Aaron Rediers. Pictures, Peter Brown. Jasper Rabbit needed new underwear. On Thursday, Mom took him to the underwear store and grabbed the last 3 packages of plain white. But as they headed for the checkout, Jasper spotted them. They were glorious, creepy underwear. So creepy, so comfy. Mom, can we have these? Get these, Jasper, please. I think they're a little too creepy, says Mom. They're not creepy, they're cool, said Jasper. I'm not a little bunny anymore. I'm a big rabbit now. Mom agreed to buy 1 pair. That night, Jasper wore his cool new underwear to bed. Do you want to leave the hallway light on? Asked Dad. Dad, I'm not a little bunny anymore, said Jasper. I'm a big rabbit now. His dad shut the door, and that's when Jasper noticed the underwear glowed. A glorious greenish glow. How would you think when you saw an underwear that glows in the dark? It would be so cool, right? He closed his eyes. He pulled up the covers. He buried his face in his pillow, but didn't tell. He could still see that glorious greenish glow. Jasper leaped out of bed and put a pair of plain white. He stuffed the creepy underwear into the bottom of his laundry hamper. He finally fell asleep. Shoo! But when he got up the next day, he was wearing the creepy underwear. Jasper threw them into the garbage can. He was still a big rabbit. He wasn't scared or anything, but he was done with scary underwear. After school, Jasper was doing his homework when he heard a scratchy, scraping sound coming from his dresser. He opened the drawer and they were back, staring at him with that glorious greenish glow. He snatched the creepy underwear out of the drawer. He grabbed a big envelope and some stamps. To China. Bye-bye, scary underwear, he said, dropping the package in the mailbox. To China. When he had opened the front door the next morning, there they were. And were those chopsticks? His creepy pair of underwear had somehow returned from China, and it had brought back Sonnewares. Jasper grabbed his mom's good sewing scissors. She didn't like him using them, but this was an underwear emergency. This time, the creepy underwear were gone for good. Ha! 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 At that time, he slowly opened his underwear drawer. Nothing, just plain white undies. He searched under his bed. He shook out his lampshades. Phew! There was no sign of creepy underwear. He went into the bathroom to calm his ears. They were back! What's the matter with you? his mom asked. You're so jittery jelly. Laterly. Nothing, he yelped. A grown rabbit couldn't be terrified of his underpants. He seized the underwear, he snatched the glove from the garage, and he wrote, Do you see that thing? That's from the last, a few, months ago. I read Creepy Carrots. Do you remember? If you didn't watch it, please watch. He didn't stop pedaling until he reached Creeker Hill. Jasper began to dig. He dug until his hole was dark and deep and 100% underwear proof. He dropped the underwear in. It gleamed from the bottom with glorious greenish glow, but not for long. When he got home, Jasper crept up to his dresser. They couldn't be in there. There was no way, right? He reached for the handle. Oh! He reached for the handle. He peeked in. Peek! Nothing, just plain white. Just nice. Smiled and turned out the light. There was just one problem. It was really dark in there, even for a big rabbit. Jasper turned on the light. He looked at his non-glowy pair of plain white, and he knew what he had to do. Dig, dig, dig. The creepy underwear were a little muddy, but they still filled the room with that gentle greenish glow. The next day, Jasper gathered all his allowance money and went to the underwear store all by himself, just like a big rabbit. That night, Jasper wasn't scared at all. As he lay down to sleep, he smiled, and so did his underwear, because they all had finally found out somebody who wasn't scared of creepy underwear. The end. Hope you liked this book. See you later.